Translate. What's up, guys? Hey, aren't you the Black Menaces?
Yeah, the Black Menaces. Can I talk to you?
Are you guys the organizers?
I am not an organizer. I help amplify the message.
Okay, cool. Thanks for coming out, man. You guys get your platform on it, or?
Yeah, you know, I'm not here. I don't need them to. I'm here to support them, the organizers here.
Okay.
Here to support the organizers. A lot of shit's happening right now. 50% of the people that have been arrested have zero criminal record.
Really?
Yes.
Where do you find that stat?
There's a lot of articles that have it, a lot of
They're
news.
talking on police scanners about
50% of all people arrested
everybody needs to
have
get
zero
on the
criminal record.
sidewalk.
But are they here illegally, though?
That's not a crime.
It's not?
No. Google is your friend, brother.
Huh?
Google. That's what I'm talking about. You got to educate.
No, I'm saying if they're here illegally, aren't they?
That's not a
isn't it a
crime.
misdemeanor? Isn't that a crime?
Trump is
It's
a
not a federal
34
crime.
times
But it's-
felon.
but
Who's
it's-
illegal?
But isn't there an agency in charge of that
Let me ask you,
specific crime,
slavery
though?
was a slave to fight against slavery was a crime.
What
slavery
news
good?
source are you involved with?
You know what I mean? To fight against Hitler was a crime.
Okay.
Slavery was
the Holocaust
legal,
good?
motherfucker.
That's the idea.
Slavery was legal.
Yeah, but to your point
there was
about-
a police force looking for slaves.
But to your point about them not being criminals.
Kidnapping!
Hey, buddy, hang on a second.
No, where are you coming from?
Regardless, like, so, say their parents came here illegally, that's fine, whatever. But the Constitution definitely says that if they're born here, they're not. And they're definitely snatching them niggas up too.
So, but if somebody's broken the law to come here, the law of the border, right?
Talk about breaking the law. We have to stay
So-
consistent
Didn't-
for everybody.
Didn't
we have to
like
hold
the
that
people
same
that made
standard,
this
but the
country
same
come here
standard
and
isn't
snatch
held
that
for
shit up from
everybody.
somebody else anyways?
I have a
So
question
that would
for you
literally
then.
destroy the entire system.
Who had the land before that?
Not white people.
You're talking about how immigrants are breaking the law. Back
I'm
when
just
slavery
saying, by definition,
when segregation was legal, would you agree? Would you say it was wrong for a black person to go into white space only, or white only space?
what I'm saying is,
That's what I asked. That's what I asked.
no, what I asked
That was illegal.
But what
You
I
said
asked
you said
about
they're
was the
breaking the law.
border.
You said they're breaking the law.
Yeah, he said that
Exactly.
crossing the border illegally wasn't breaking the law.
But that's
It's not a federal crime.
Would you? It's not a federal crime. It's not.
Why does ICE exist?
Why do they
Because
exist?
white people like control.
Come on. Why does ICE exist?
Yeah.
What benefit? Look,
To enforce the immigration law, right?
a broken immigration system
Why are we defending
is
the
is unethical, right? Our immigration system, not only what ICE has, like I told you,
the economy, but it's also unethical.
ICE has arrested 50% of the people that ICE has arrested have zero criminal record. Fuck coming here illegally. It's not real, right? How
See,
can you say somebody's
beside-
illegal? Listen,
Okay.
how can you say somebody's illegal when the only reason you're here is because one of your ancestors probably colonized this land? White people are only in this land because they came here on a boat
because
and
they-
committed mass genocide on indigenous people.
They conquered it or bought it.
That's colonization, brother.
But who owned the land before them, though?
The land was free. That's the beauty.
I don't think so.
That is
Yeah.
I think it changed hands a number of times before
Colonization.
America was created on the land. It was like a new thing from scratch, right?
It's colonization.
So
Clean and
back
simple,
to your
brother.
original point. I just want to know: are you saying aside from being here, aside from the law of coming here illegally, right? So you're saying that shouldn't be a law, or is not a valid law?
I agree. I don't think that should be a law.
I don't think it should be illegal. I
So
do.
it's not a valid law. You're just saying.
Yes. I don't think it's a valid law.
But so they are technically a criminal here, but
No.
by a law that you disagree with.
You're not
That's not a crime,
understanding.
that's a civil
You gotta
That's what
Google,
I'm
brother.
trying to understand.
No, I told you 10 times it's not a crime. It's not a federal crime. I told you 10 times. You're not listening.
To come here illegally.
You're listening with your lips, not your ears, brother.
So to just walk across the border is totally legal.
I said it's not a federal crime, brother.
What did Europeans do?
Come on.
What did people from
don't wanna hear that
England
either.
do? They didn't even walk across. They were
they
fucking
created
across.
they created a nation from scratch.
They created mass
Whoa,
genocide.
created a nation
on.
from scratch?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
So I'm saying we have a law about the border. There is a law intact,
Who
right?
made the law? Who made the law?
But there is a law about the border.
Who made the
But
law?
there is a law.
Who made the law?
But there is a
Who
law,
made?
right?
You're right.
Yeah.
Who made the law?
So if you broke,
Who made the
so
law?
if you broke the law,
Who
I don't
made
know.
the law?
I have no idea.
You
But if
have
you-
no idea.
We all are subject to the law. We all live
Yes.
here. Yes. So
And what are we subject to? The United States Constitution,
so
right? The United States. Listen to me.
So my point
The
was,
United States
I want to know
Constitution-
how it's not a criminal.
Well, because these are our relatives. We're all indigenous.
Okay.
We're all indigenous. We make our own borders. We don't get our borders decided
But
by Europeans.
regardless of whether or not you disagree with the law, you're still breaking it by walking here, right?
Did England break the law when they came here? Did the United
there
States
was law.
start? Oh, you're a fucking dumb fuck.
No, I'm
if
saying
you
if there
said
was an
that.
established law.
You don't think that we had established laws?
I don't know. I'm saying
you are a dumb.
if whatever
fuck.
law, whatever
if you
law,
don't think
hey,
that we
no.
had laws,
Okay, whatever laws we had then, did they break them?
yes, they broke
Okay,
them.
so then that would
mean that they
Okay.
need to leave, right? Or they need to follow our laws.
So-
Are you getting this?
But
Are you getting this?
But those laws aren't.
Are you getting this?
Those laws aren't in effect now.
No, they're not in effect now. No,
Yeah.
they're not in effect now. But is there a statute of limitation on morality? Is there a statute of limitation on morality? Is there a statute of limitation
Well,
on morality?
I'm saying
Is murder? Is theft
The
theft?
laws that are intact right now.
Is murder?
That's
is
what we're
theft
talking
theft?
about. Yes.
If I came to your house, I don't know if you're married and you have kids. If I came to your house and I said, "Hey, I'm the law now. You need to follow my law," and you have children. No, hold on. And if you have children and they have children, are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
They are all fucking squatters. You are.
In violation of current law, though.
Yeah, but current law. What does that matter?
That's what I'm saying.
I have a question for you, but
No,
back to
you're
my
just a
question.
dumb
Back
fuck.
to my
Go ahead.
question. Back to my question.